Well, welcome everybody to a special edition of Chatterbox Clicker. I'm Kyle Caskey. Going to go through a little bit of the Houston Texans with you guys today because that's who the Bengals are playing this weekend. And just looking at them, I'll tell you what, man, they rank number 4 in passing. And it's crazy to think that a rookie quarterback, new coaching staff and everybody, but he's 15 touchdowns, 1 interception on the year. In comparison, the Bengals passing game right now is ranked number 18 in the NFL. The Texans rank number 27 in rushing offense, only 87 yards a game and only 3 touchdowns on the ground all year long. So to give you a little reference, though, the Bengals are dead last right now in rushing per game. With that being said, though, Mixon is still number 14 in the league as individually, but as a team, they are dead last right now. The Texans are going to be pass heavy, so we're going to talk about that. So really what the Bengals have to do on defense is match the coverage with the rush, and they got to figure out a way to make C.J. Stroud uncomfortable in the pocket because he is very, very he's strong in the pocket. He doesn't have happy feet. He stays in there. He's patient. He doesn't necessarily wait to take a hit, but he doesn't go bailing out of there either. But again, when you look at what they're doing, they are explosive. They got some guys that can run, some skill guys on offense. So let's take a look right now at Houston's offense and some of the explosive passes that the Bengals are going to have to stop over the next over this Sunday. So as you look here, this first one, I want you to watch how C.J. Stroud sits in versus his blitz. So New Orleans is bringing some pressure here, and he's going to sit back. I want you to watch how he sits in here. He waits. I mean, you got a free runner coming right at his blind side right there, but he sits in, ends up throwing a good pass to Noah Brown, number 85, who's very active for them. But if you watch this from the back, again, biggest thing is you see that there's guys barreling down on him, and he does not even budge. He steps into the throw, it takes the hit, and bounces off of it. But again, these deep crosser routes, and when I say deep crosser, I'm talking about these crossing routes that are coming across the field. Those are going to be some plays that the Bengals are going to need to keep their eye on going forward. Now, the Bengals play a lot of cover 2, and the Bengals really play Tampa 2. So the difference between what Pittsburgh's playing 2, and they got underneath defenders here. This might be 2-man, but either way, you talk about Tampa 2. That the Bengals usually drop a guy about right here. So if you watch this guy right here, he's going to bounce over the top. You know, some people call it a middle route, some people call it a shoot route. But you can see how he does this. That's something that's a cover 2 beater and a cover 2 man beater. The Bengals, if they stay in more of a cover 2 Tampa look like we're talking about, this route should not be an issue. But you can see how they're using everybody on the field. They're using tight ends. They're using the receivers. Now, one of the things you'll notice here, and kind of the next 3, I want to show you that this is something they're going to do. They're going to run guys in almost like they're crossing. Now, this one's more of a bench route. He's more inside pushing up and running like this. And it's more of what they call a bench route. But if you see right here, again, this right here is man coverage really on him, and he's run right around him and across and back over here. And you can see C.J. Stroud puts the ball right on him. So there's a really good feel between the receivers and C.J. Stroud. So, again, those man coverage things that the Bengals have had issues with, that they will show up. Again, now if you look at this is the stutter slot fade, which you've seen this a few times now with the Bengals getting burned on it. He's going to run up here. He's going to and he's going to run a little slot fade right there. And again, the Bengals have gotten burned on this before, and it's just one of those things they're just going to have to work this week about being disciplined in their coverages. And again, this kid right here, Tank Dell, rookie out of University of Houston. I mean, he is playing lights out right now, and he's one of those little guys that causes a lot of issues. Little guys causing big issues. Now this is really I want you to pay attention to this route concept as I show it. This is a corner with, like, I call it like a mid out. It's like not a deep out, but it's not, it's more of a 8-yard out, something like that. But it's just enough to hold this corner right here. And again, Jacksonville is pressuring them, but I want you to keep an eye on this because I'm going to come back to this version of the play. But you see how that held him for that corner to do this? I'm going to show you this here in just a second where Houston actually got burnt by the same play. But again, same guy, Tank Dell right there, number 3. Again, just watching Stroud just sit in the pocket. I mean, he does not get flustered by pressure at all. It's one of those things the Bengals are going to have to do. So if we look forward now, to Houston's defense. So these are some explosive passes against them. Now I want you to check this out. This is kind of funny. This is the same game. Same game on the other side of the ball. Same formation. I want you to watch the pass route. It's going to be a corner and a little out route right there, and it pulls the corner up on the out route, and this corner comes wide open. It's kind of crazy that it's two different teams playing each other in the same game, and they hit each other literally against a pressure in a cover 3 fire zone look right here. I mean, it was like they told each other, we're going to run this play once against you guys. Y'all going to give us the same look, and let's see who can do it right. And they both hit it right. And, again, that's Christian Kirk. You don't just let one of the best receivers just go free, and they did right there. And it's just, it's one of those things where with the amount of skill guys the Bengals have, they're going to have to take advantage of that. Now, if you look here, this is what I'm calling this like a jersey route. This is kind of what we've called it in time. But I want you to picture this guy being Tyler Boyd. He's going to run in. He's going to kind of look like he's going to run across over here, like a lot of times they do. But he's going to end up going right back out to the sideline, and it's versus man covers. But I want you to picture this being Tyler Boyd and him doing that little whip out move right there. But you see how he's selling it like he's going to run the over route, and he gets this defender to start running that way, and then breaks out of it, and he comes wide open. But just picture Tyler Boyd doing something like that. And again, you can see here they make plays. I mean, the Bengals do those kind of things too. So just go out and make plays. Now I got 3 in a row here that guys are just running past their corners. And this is quarters right here. So this guy, in all reality, he's got anything deep in this area right here. But what happens is when this crosser comes across, when this guy runs across, it keeps the eyes of him. And this guy's going to run a post right here and basically just run right past his corner. And you can see like that's a big time play for New Orleans right there. Now going to the next play, quarters again up here, quarters up top. He's just going to run straight past him. I mean, picture Chase, picture Huggins, picture any of those guys really, on the Bengals skill guys just saying, you know what, I'm going to run right past you. And again, Derek Carr got a good arm, and he almost outran the throw right there. And but you can see right here again, it's you outrun him. I mean, the guy's got a 5-yard lead on him right there. You just put that ball out. You saw the throw that Burrow had against Arizona to Chase. I mean, those are the kind of things that can happen. This last one for the go routes, really, if you just watch this guy down here at the bottom, he's just gonna. This is, I believe, Mike Evans. This is towards the end of the game, and Mike Evans again. That's probably the best player on their team, I would assume. Still, I mean, I know he's getting older, but look at this. Look at the cushion he gets on this guy, and he just underthrow. I think they actually gave it. I don't know if they gave him the touchdown or not. They scored on this drive, but anyway. Point being is that is just running flat past some guys, and I can see the Bengals taking advantage of that. But they got a hold up front, which I'm going to get into next. So when you talk about being able to get these deeper throws off, now let's talk about the defense and the sacks that Houston's getting. Okay, Houston's defense, and it gets after the quarterback, and I want you to just watch the aggression overall by their defense. Now they have a guy number 52. Right here. All right. His name is Jonathan Greenard. And I want you to watch what he does to these tackles. And I got a few of them here in a row. Actually, I got this one and I got a different one here. But watch this from the end zone. I mean, they're doing this. And this is how they're going to attack people. You're going to get 52 trying to bull rush through. And then watch what this guy does to the right guard. This could be something that they do to Volson. I know Volson's the left guard, but this could be something that if they find a guy that they can do that to, but it's just slap them right by, just get off me, boom, sack. Again, you just look at is that legal right there to duck your head like that? Probably not, but again, you get in those situations of just being aggressive. Now just watch the aggression of this entire group up here. This is what the Bengals have got to match. They've got to match or go above this aggression up front with the line. And just overall, just they keep going, and then they slam the quarterback down. You'll see this from the backside. But I want you to watch this number 5 right here. All right, this guy right here. He's actually going to his name's Jalen Petre. He's going to come. This number 3 is going to try to block him. And he keeps going. And if you watch all these other guys, they got a pretty good block. They got them pretty well blocked up. Now he adds on, but they just keep fighting. Now watch them slam the quarterback. So they like to finish guys off. Now, I'm not sure if Will Anderson's going to play in this game. He was not a participant in practice, but I want you to watch this from the end zone. Again, this is Will Anderson, number 51, first-round pick, obviously. So he's going to come here. He's going to take this guard out on an ET. So he's going to go first, and he's going to come around second. But I want you to watch what he does to number 69. Bam! I mean, that's one of those things that they're going to pick on. They're going to find somebody, and they're going to pick on them. And when they do find them, they will keep picking on them. And again, I mean, that's as easy of a sack as you're going to get. But they've got to be able to handle these pick games, these ETs, the TEs, the different things like that, because they are aggressive as can be up front. Now, looking at number 52, let's just take a little break and watch him for just a second, because this guy right here, I want you to watch what he does these times. Now, granted, this guy trips on that guy's foot. But look at you saw the one he had already where he ducked his head a little bit. But, I mean, bam, he just comes in and, I'm going to run right straight through you and makes a play. But if you look at the aggression, this is not in fast forward, guys. This isn't – look, I'm going to let this play. This is not in fast forward. So, I mean, these guys are getting after it. Now, here's against Pittsburgh. Again, this is 4th and 1. I'm not real sure what they're doing on 4th and 1 here, why they didn't just try to run it. Maybe they don't feel that they can run it on 4th and 1, I guess. I haven't watched enough of Pittsburgh's offense to really know, but watch what he does over here. Again, you've got a guy kind of giving that chip presence right there, tries to hit him, misses him, but then he just takes him and just one arm bulls him and pushes him back and keeps going. And if you look at these other guys, I mean, these other guys are giving, flushing Pickett out of the pocket right here, and there you go. He's waiting for him. And then the last one I got here, and again, that was a 4th and 1, by the way. Last one I got here, just keep an eye on this left tackle right here. This is a one-arm bull straight through him, throw him to the ground. And actually, the crazy thing is that guy, number 70, got called for holding. But one-arm bull, threw him down. And if you watch over here too, again, you got guys picking, and sometimes it's the picker that gets through there. So they're going to find somebody to pick on. And again, if you can't allow yourself to get in that position, but their rush is going to come after Burrow. For Burrow to have those deep passes or just get passes off in general, they've got to be able to handle this rush, better than you're seeing right here. But again, these are some of their sacks. I just wanted to show you the aggression that they have on, within their group, and it's pretty impressive what they have. Now, a few keys to the victory here. I got 4 keys to victory. Number 1 for the offense. There's 2 for offense, 2 for defense. Special teams, just keep the punter off the field and just score points. But number 1 for offense, get the run game going. Why do you want the run game going? It slows that pass rush down, slows it down, and allows Burrow to pick apart this defense. Burrow will pick apart this defense if he has time. But you got to get the run game going so that they're not just ears pinned back every down trying to go sack Burrow. Number 2 for the offense, find formations, find motions, find some way to get your best matchups and let these guys run past those DBs like you saw. Let them run past them, because you can score points quickly on this team if you run past them. And I think that's what you can see can happen. For the defense, got to shut the running game down, specifically with pass style pressures, 5-man pressures that are good versus passes that have good coverage behind it. If you just shut the run game down, but you can still get a pass rush at the same time, that can allow, you to start to fluster him over time. Talking about Stroud, start to fluster him. But if you just line up in a 4-man front or 5-man front as the Bengals do and drop a guy, he may sit back there and have his chance to pick you apart. But if you can get some pressure on him and continual pressure and just make them one-dimensional, make them have to pass the ball, and make the rookie beat you. And then, again, the last one I have is they must contain Stroud. And when I say that, got to disrupt him. Again, it's the same thing I just said. It's really kind of the same point, but get in there and make him uncomfortable and make him, have to bounce out of the pocket or make a throw he doesn't want to make. So that's what I have. I just want to give you guys a little heads up on the Houston Texans. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll be on at 5:30 on Tuesdays at the Chatterbox Sports YouTube page. For Chatterbox Clicker, we will do the film review of every game. And then, again, if I get a chance to do something like this, we'll send out a little preview for you on later in the week. All right, you guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern.